Mazel, morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast.
Josh, I went to the Knicks game last night, okay? I went to the Knicks game
Wow.
last night.
Playoffs, game 2.
Game 2,
You brought them bad luck.
playoffs. And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever been to a more disappointing sporting event. Like, I'm just sitting there. We're all having a great time. It was 97%, just great vibes. And then everybody were like, oh, we won. Like, it's over. And then out of nowhere, Mike Brown puts in just a terrible lineup. It just stays in way too long. All of a sudden, we see our lead go like this, 13 to -1. We lose by 1. It happened so fast. The Garden was just in disarray. We're like, what the fuck just happened? And yeah, so I left. It was sad. I got home so late. 8 p.m. start. It felt like it was the middle of the night.
That's
I got
crazy.
I got home at 11:30, and Ruby's been teething. And let me tell you, I slept just terribly. So if at any point during this episode I seem a little crabby, I apologize. It's the Knicks. It's the lack of sleep. But seeing your beautiful face makes me feel like I should be smiling.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just the good guys. Whoa.
You know what? Lately, I've been looking at myself going, you're a nice looking kid.
Okay.
I've been feeling good. I don't know why. I'm using
I
retinol on the
agree.
face.
Yeah.
I'm using good products, the Kiehl's, the things, right? And
Are you doing something different to your hair?
it's long as day, man. This wife of mine, she has a lot of thoughts on my look, and I'm trying it. I feel like one of the 3 Musketeers.
I think it's good. It almost looks a little bit wetter than normal. And that's a look, Josh. That's a look. You know, people would pay for that look.
Yeah.
Slightly damp hair. For me, slightly damp hair just accentuates my egg. So I go dry as can be. I can't go slightly damp. You have a very, very nicely shaped head. You could go slightly damp.
God bless you. Do you judge a man who blow dries? I do.
I just don't know how you're a man who blow dries.
Right.
So yeah, I do. I don't get it. I can't you get out of the shower and you have a routine. You shake your hair. You do one of these. Maybe you brush. The blow dryer. This is too much. This is simply too much. So yes, I do judge a guy who blow dries.
I've told you this, but at the wonderful Equinox, really my home base, my office, I incur a man, and Equinox, it's out of their control, but he blow dries his undercarriage. So he stands in the locker room like this, okay? Like this. You ready?
Yeah.
Leg up.
Yeah.
Getting the entire nether region, and it affects me. It stays with me.
That would make me very uncomfortable. What I will say is we have not solved that problem yet. That's a problem. He's taken it into his own hands to solve it in a way that makes everybody around him uncomfortable.
Right.
Okay? So I'm not justifying what he's doing. That said, we have not solved that problem where you're going to towel dry, you're going to do your best. Sometimes you leave a little moist, and that leads to chafing. And the second you're chafing, you're done. You're done. So I don't know. I judge him for it, but I think as a society of inventors, we need to do better for him.
I can't think of anything that would help to dry the undercarriage region. I'm not Elon Musk, but I just don't want to see it. It's amazing to me. I'm on the Japan side of TikTok. The truth is, in America, we just can't have nice things. We
Yeah.
as a people, we're a wonderful people. I'm not one of these libs who shit talks America. I love this country despite all the things that we could be doing better, and we could be doing
Yes.
better with a lot.
Yes.
Nevertheless, patriotic. Shout out
Yes.
James Madison and his other
Yes.
fellas.
Yes.
But
BH.
you know, we can't have nice things. The New York subway is never going to be good because of the people who ride it. And I ride it and you ride it. We can't be clean. We can't be respectful. It's not in our coding. And when you see the things I watch in Japan, how behaved these people are. This is a beautiful conforming society. Arigato. You know,
Of respect. We don't have respect.
We have no
That's
respect. It's a
We-
joke.
We don't have any respect. And the one documentary I've ever watched in my life, I'm just going to talk about it nonstop, this New York documentary. New York City was a test, Josh, okay? It was a test. How big of a melting pot and how many people can we shove into one city? And it was a success. But it went from 100,000 people to 500,000 people to 5 million people, going higher and higher. There are so many people in this city, so many people that are so different from one another that I think it's just become impossible to respect anyone. I have the utmost respect for my city and my people. I do my absolute best. But even me, I'm eating on the street. I accidentally drop something on the floor. Sometimes I don't pick it up. I'm not a malicious person. I'm not. Sometimes, though, I'm eating my pita. A pickle falls out. I should have picked it up. I didn't. I thought about it. I'm upset about it. Another example, Josh.
Failure to act.
I pick up my dog's poop 99 times out of 100. But one time, I ran out of the bags. Right? You run out of the bags. So you leave it. You do the fake phone call, you walk away, you leave it. But I think to myself every day, even the people who are respectful, who do care, accidents happen. But when you have millions and millions and millions and millions of people all making accidents, this city's going to turn into shit. And then what you're talking about is intentional and disrespect. I digress. But my God, Josh, are you right?
It's
this
enough.
City is a problem. It's
enough.
Not
your city. It's the whole country. And it's in the favor of the people. It's not just the melting pot aspect. It's a gift that people are given the moment they get here and move to America, whether they've been here for millions of generations or they're just newly here. Something goes into your coding where you go, I'm going to act up. I'm going to act. This shit. This American dream got me acting up. I was at the gym and I'm in, I have big problems in steam rooms. So there's been a new rule enacted. No streetwear, no phones in the steam and sauna. Why? Because it's gross.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't wear the shoes that you were out on the street with in a sauna where people are needing better hygiene.
100%.
This is a new law, new rule, sign on the door. Guy comes in, tank top, basketball shorts, flip-flops, and knee-high socks. Okay? And the attendant goes
into the steam room, knee-high socks in the steam room.
I don't know what.
He's gonna get athlete's foot. Do you understand what's going on in between his toes? That's
insecure about his calves. I don't know.
That's disgusting.
And the attendant goes, "Hey man, it says on the door, there's no streetwear in here." He's like, "It's not." He's like, "I'm wearing flip-flops. It's for a water activity." And we all look at him and he goes, "Listen, people are going to complain, just letting you know." Attendant leaves and he goes, "Can you believe that?" 3 of us are sitting there. He goes, "Can you believe that?" We all look at him and go, "Yeah, we can." It's a good rule. It's a great rule.
And what'd he say?
He's again, their only recourse is, "You're not my father." I'm like,
yeah.
When a grown man goes to "You're not my father," I go, how broken can one be?
He said, "You're not my father."
It's in that energy. This has happened to me in the sauna before, where we've asked someone to take off their street sneakers and then be like, "You're not my father." And I'm like, clearly not, but there is a very clear sign. So people do not want to conform. I don't know. Are they embarrassed? Are they embarrassed that they were told to correct themselves?
You can't wear shoes in a steam room. You're going to ruin your shoes. You can't wear socks in a steam room.
Some
You're going to
people
ruin
want
your
to go
feet.
in and warm up. They think like they're going to go in and stretch and get warm for the gym.
So go to the sauna. Like,
no, you can't
I don't condone
you
that.
can't wear street clothes.
I agree. I do not condone it, but it's significantly more insane to wear it in the steam room. You're gonna be soaking wet, like you're soaked. But yes, no street clothes anywhere. The second you walk into that locker room, you should be ass fucking naked. Okay,
and a towel,
and then put on a towel if you're uncomfortable. But real fucking men, of which I'm not, are ass fucking naked in that place. Okay? They are naked. Because, Josh, we should have no street clothes, no socks, no underwear, no shoes, no nothing. Honestly, good etiquette, you take a shower before you go into the sauna.
100%.
You're sitting amongst your peers. And then you're going to say to me, but Ben, I'm going to sweat. Yeah, you shower fucking after too. Have some etiquette. Respect for people, places, and things.
We're going to start a segment of this podcast called Tales from the Steam Room because it's going to be gay erotica. Because I'm telling you, I know that I bring it up all the time. I have another big issue, and maybe you can tell me how to navigate this.
Please.
There's a creep. There's a creep who he's a regular.
So I take back what I just said. You can't be naked in a steam room amongst a creep.
You can look. You can. I don't mind that. What I have a problem with is he wears a towel around his waist, and when he gets in, he stares at you in the eyes and he flashes you. He opens it, and he's clearly a little worked up. I'm serious. I'm sitting there, right? And he comes in, he goes. I'm telling you, and for our audio listeners, I'm bug-eyed, and I've got my, crumb swinging in the wind. And it's happened so many times, me and my other friends, Muhammad, my regulars, my gym buddies, we talk about this. So what's the approach? Because I don't want to go tattle. I want to tell this guy man to man, you're making us uncomfortable. Don't do that. I would never.
I would never. I would never. I would.
Why not? That doesn't get you all excited to have a confrontation.
No, you know me. I'm Mr. Anti-confrontation. Like, I am diffuse the situation as quickly as possible. And in that situation, I don't know what I would do.
What would you say if you had to say something?
Maybe I'd like approach it like a Mexican standoff. Like he does it, then I would get up and I would do it. Maybe you do it.
But no,
back
you're confirming.
To him.
You're telling him I want it.
Or you're telling him I own you. Okay? Like you think you're intimidating me by flashing your nutsack? I'm going to intimidate you by flashing my nutsack.
Got it.
And then if that doesn't work, you switch gyms.
Yeah, it's like a game of homoerotic chicken.
Yes. Who's going to bite first, Josh? Bak. Who's going to bite first?
Oh, that's good.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at SeatGeek, folks. I love SeatGeek, okay? I actually just used my SeatGeek app to go and buy Knicks Sixers tickets for me, Claudia, and that's right, my son. We're going Game 4 in Philly. Let's go. It's unbelievable how much better a deal I got on SeatGeek. SeatGeek's app makes it so easy. Click on tickets, see the value, see what's a terrible deal, okay? You don't want to buy a bad deal. We want a good deal, and good deals are found on SeatGeek. Folks, this is the best place for basketball tickets. It's the NBA playoffs. You got to be buying your seats on SeatGeek. And folks, let me tell you, with over 35 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts. I think I'm going to take my dad to James Taylor this summer, sports festivals, and more. There's so many artists going on tour right now. Bruno Mars, the great James Taylor, Ariana Grande, Morgan Wallen, Rufus Du Sol. Are you kidding me? And I already told you about the Knicks. You got to get your NBA tickets. Plus, the U.S. is hosting the World Cup this year, and the MLB season just started, so grab your tickets now. Go see the Orioles. Pete Alonso. Go see him. They're absolutely fantastic. Folks, concert season is about to kick off. So to make it even better, you can use code GoodGuys10 for 10% off your SeatGeek tickets. That's 10% off tickets with promo code GoodGuys10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. What an amazing deal. 10% off tickets with promo code GoodGuys10. I used it. You should use it too. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Zyzal. Folks, you know Zyzal. You know that over-the-counter medicine with the cute little owl that helps you relieve allergies for 24 hours. Folks, Zyzal Allergy 24-hour relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake up refreshed for a productive next day. There's nothing worse than having allergy flare-ups, okay? But taking Zyzal at night so you can get symptom relief and wake up feeling refreshed is the future. Zyzal starts working in as little as 45 minutes and is clinically proven to relieve allergy symptoms for 24 hours. Zyzal relieves allergy symptoms including sneezing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, and itchy nose and throat for 24 hours. The itch is the worst. Oh my God, those itchy eyes, that itchy throat. Literally, my wife looking at me as I'm clearing my throat. She's like, why don't you take Zyzal? I'm like, I should. You're absolutely right. Plus, it provides 24-hour prescription strength relief from outdoor allergens such as pollen, ragweed, grass, and trees. I'm always around ragweed. You know, I need protection from ragweed, and so do you. Folks, Zyzal Allergy 24-hour relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake up feeling refreshed for a productive next day. There's nothing worse than having allergy flare-ups, okay? Folks, be Zyzal. Take Zyzal at night.
Well, should we get to a story?
Yeah, please. What's going on in the news?
Well, is there bad blood? Zoe Kravitz's invite status for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding revealed after feud rumors. This is from Page 6. What bad blood? Despite rampant rumors that Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz are feuding, a source tells Page 6 the actress is invited to her pal's upcoming wedding to Travis Kelce. The Big Little Lies star, 37, is expected to watch the couple tie the knot in New York City in July. I thought they were going to get married in Rhode Island. New York City, huh?
I think that people just keep lying and news sources keep picking it up. I remember when we first covered the story on where they were getting married and we were like, there's no way that the news outlet actually knows when and where they're getting married.
Sure.
And that turned out to be true. So I don't believe anything. Like, maybe at this point, if invites have been sent, but if I was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, I would send a save the date. And then like 48 hours before, I'd tell you where you need to be. And it's Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. You gotta, time to go. You don't do a serious destination, otherwise people can't come. But yeah, I think you gotta, otherwise you're gonna have lunatics in there.
Let me ask you this, and you're better at coveting and holding on. I feel like you have a base level of friendships and that maybe you've stuck with a lot of your day ones. How many of your guests, let's say 200 people went to your wedding, 250? Is that a good
My wedding, I think my wedding was 350.
Oh my God.
And when I tell you, if it was up to my parents, they would have invited another 100 people that I don't know. Yeah. Or knew at one point. They met me. They think fondly of me. They were at my bris. So 350 was what.
How many of those people would you invite to your wedding today?
A lot of them. Probably all of them. Some of them would get an invite and they'd probably be like, oh, we haven't spoken in like 4 years. But I'm sure you have that person where like, you just can't imagine getting married without that person at the wedding, even though it might not make sense anymore. But I would say 90% would still be there.
I would say less for me, but yeah. I mean, I honestly, and I made this mistake. Like I have some cousins that I didn't invite just because there was a time when our families weren't close enough, which is like really a shame because they should have been there as opposed to like some rando friends who I was close with at the time. I
Yeah.
always think probably like, even if there's like, a certain people have big families, you have 20, 30 cousins, you have things like this, and you're like, we barely talk. It's like lean on that as opposed to like whatever the flavor of the year is in your friend group. But dude, I have people, I have groomsmen I wouldn't invite now. Like it's crazy. Like and Paige too, and she's much more emotionally normal than me. She's like, yeah, there's like a handful of people that would make no sense to be at our wedding today that was there 7 years ago.
But do you not like them anymore, or you're just not close with them? Because I understand, I agree with you. I have
Both.
some groomsmen. So for me, I don't have anybody that I can recall that I dislike that was at my wedding. I didn't have a falling out with somebody that was at my wedding. But I have groomsmen that I'm not best friends with. I think the only thing that would change today is groomsmen. Groomsmen are...
Isn't that interesting?
It is, yeah, because groomsmen are your closest friends, and I've been married now for 9 years, and some of them stay the same, but some of them, like I have a best friend right now that wasn't even at my wedding. I mean, I have two. I have you. It's the craziest thing. I have, there are a bunch of groomsmen that I would add, a couple that I would remove, but I think net, my wedding might even be bigger. Like I have more people that I'd want to invite that I've met over the last decade that I love. And a lot of the people that I invited then, it's sort of what you just said, right? Even if I'm not the closest with those 30 cousins, they're still coming. They're not being shaved.
But that's, and but those, I make that point because it's family. So you will be forced, like, there, maybe it won't happen for you. What's happened for me is like there are friends who I literally were like weekly friends who I would see, who I have no contact with anymore. And barring some big shakeup, I won't. But these cousins and close people like that, like we've come around and I have a beautiful, amazing relationship with them now. But no matter what, they would have still been in my life in some capacity.
Yeah.
Because it's family.
Yeah, mine's the same. Mine's the same way. People that I spoke to every day. I don't talk to anybody every day except for, I guess we text most days. I talk to Claudia every day, my parents every day. But if you have a family and a job, you can't text with friends every day. That just can't happen. So, but I have friends that I will talk to once every 4 months. That when I talk to them, I love them. I would want them at my wedding. I talk to them 3 times a year. I'm sure that if I went actually deeply through my list, there are 50 people I would remove. But like talking about it openly, it's like, I love those people. And I would love them to be there if I can afford to have such a big, beautiful wedding that includes everybody. Well, I love a big party. Like even like I used to, I'm a little bit less of a birthday diva, even though I threw myself a birthday party this year and went to Boys Like Girls. But like I used to have birthday parties, and if you wanted to bring a friend, bring a friend. Like I just I love celebrations. Like not even because it's about me. I think I love an excuse to eat and drink and have fun and be with people. So for me, it's a more the merrier situation.
Like I'm going to be 40 in November, and obviously people are already throwing out like, what are we doing? And like, they know, like my mother-in-law.
What the fuck are we doing, Josh?
Nothing. I'm going to get plastic surgery, I think.
No, I think we're going to rent
I'm going to get my tits done.
I think we're going to rent a small yacht off the coast of Palm Beach, and we're going to sail. Okay? That's what we're going to fucking do.
We're going to sail. You mean we're going to sink?
Sail. We're going to sail.
We're going to sink.
You ready to sail? It's going to be me, you, Joey Camasta.
Okay.
Ooh, who's going on our super yacht for your 40th birthday off the coast of Palm Beach? Who are we inviting?
Well, here, speaking of Joey Camasta, I don't know if we might have to cut this, and I might be speaking out of school. So recently I was in a restroom and I was propositioned by a man, I think.
Okay. Speaking of Joey Camasta.
Okay, so let me show you the picture of what was under the stall. Okay, I'm in one stall, the guy's in the next stall to me, and all of a sudden I see this.
What is that? I can't see what it is. Is that a hand? Oh my God. It's somebody's hand.
So there was a hand there for a while.
By the way, that is bare hand on the floor of a bathroom. I need to burn my hand.
It's about 30
Yuck.
seconds it was there.
Oh my God.
So beautiful cuticles, by the way, clearly gets manicures. So I wrote to Joey, I have an indelicate question for you. Should I be flattered by whatever this was? And I sent him the photo. And Joey writes, OMG, LOL, yas. He totally wanted to drain your sack under the stall. Chivalry is not dead.
Oh my God, I love Joey. You should be flattered, by the way. Creeped, but flattered.
And I said, that is so forward. I've heard of the knock, but this seemed aggressive. And he wrote, was he motioning like this? And he just sent me his hand going like that. That is naughty.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh my God. Naughty is right.
Oy,
Nobody ever propositions me. I wonder why.
You
I'm
just
here
don't
to be propagated. I'm here
you
to be.
don't
Is it
notice.
propagated? Propagated?
propagate. No.
No. I'm here to be
Pursued.
propositioned.
Propositions. Yeah.
Propositioned. I'm here to be propositioned. Yeah, maybe I don't notice. I do have my head in the clouds most of the time. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Little Spoon. Folks, anyone who's a parent knows feeding decisions aren't a one-time thing. You make them again and again, stage after stage. First, you're scared as hell, but you're doing purees. Then after purees, you're making these beautiful little chicken sticks like us, okay? But the chicken sticks, you're scared. Maybe you're giving them a blueberry. Are they going to choke? Of course, you're quartering the blueberry. Don't jump down my throat, okay? But feeding is scary. And let me tell you, not only is it scary, but it's time consuming because stage after stage, you got to prep, you got to think, you got to do, you got to be. Let me tell you what makes it so much easier is Little Spoon. I decided to try Little Spoon, and let me tell you, I'm not turning back anytime soon. It's one trusted place to shop meals and snacks for babies, toddlers, and big kids like my wife. Don't tell her I said that. All made with real ingredients without having to rethink every choice or lower your standards at each developmental milestone. Folks, I love it because let's talk the baby stage, okay? We need nutrients, folks. We need nutrients. Targeted nutrients. So how about baby blends? After baby blends, okay, then you get pouches. After pouches, it goes on and on. Next stage, toddler stage, okay? They got biteables. Okay, I'm telling you, Little Spoon is it. You're going to love it. And Ruby loves their puffs. They're organic, made with simple ingredients, and easy for little hands to grasp. And oh my God, does he love it. And it's great for that oral motor development while adding a nutritional boost, folks. Nutritional season. Feeding the kids doesn't have to be complicated. Little Spoon makes it easy with real nutritionally balanced meals and snacks designed for every stage. It shows up ready to go, takes the pressure off, and somehow still gets devoured, veggies and all. No artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners either. And you know what? That's a win I'll take every time. Get 30% off your first online order at littlespoon.com/goodguys with code goodguys. That's Littlespoon, LITTLESPOON.com/goodguys with code goodguys for 30% off your first order. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Kachava. Folks, summer is here. Those beautiful summer mornings, I love it. I go outside, I catch the sun in my face, the beautiful rays. I have a beautiful cup of coffee. I take in that natural sun, and then I have my Kachava. My Kachava is the nutrition your body craves in one deliciously simple shake. packed to go. If you want more energy, if you want better digestion, if you want to be strong, you want a good metabolism, you want to be able to think, cognition, immunity, all of that is helped by your Kachava shake. Just one packet provides complete nutrition, ready for life on the go with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more. What more could you need? Kachava thought of everything. Features 6 fan favorite flavors, okay? I love the matcha, okay? Love it. But they have chocolate, vanilla, chai, matcha, coconut acai, how fancy are they? And strawberry. And folks, Kachava provides clean nutrition to fuel wherever the day takes you. No fillers, no nonsense, no artificial flavors, colors or sweeteners, non-GMO, no soy, no animal products, no gluten, and no preservatives. It's all great stuff. You're going to love it. Take your daily ritual with you. Go to Kachava.com and use code GOODGUYS for 15% off your first order. That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com/goodguys. Kachava.com/goodguys. By the way, Josh, I have become elite, and I'm not even afraid to say this. I have become elite at parking illegally and not getting tickets. Last night, I parked in front of Madison Square Garden. I'm driving down 31st between 7th and 8th on the left side of the garden. You
Tell
go
me this.
straight.
Hold on.
If you can
you
envision
left your
it.
apartment. People know you've talked about it on the pod. You live on the east side of New York. Are we allowed to say that?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So you live on the east side of New York. Why?
Yes.
Why get your car out of the garage and drive down? Were you doing other things too?
No, convenient, easy, garage is close. I love driving, and I know that I can park right in front and not get a ticket. I hop right out of the garden. I get in my car.
You're
I go home.
crazy, dude.
And let me tell you, I'm driving down 31st between 7th and 8th. If you can envision it, traffic's going this way, and there are cars parked, including like police cars, this way. They're lined up. I see an open spot. I back up. I go up. I back in. There's a Suburban next to me, maybe waiting for a player. The one to the right, it's just cop cars. I'm just like, I'm not going to get a ticket. They're not giving me a ticket. They didn't give me a ticket.
Nuts.
They didn't give me a ticket.
You are going to get hit so hard one day. Ooh.
But what's hard one day? What could they do? Give me a ticket?
Tow it.
Nah. Too much effort to tow. If I parked, I'm not dumb, okay? I'm not parking in a bus lane. Bus lane, tow. Okay? Bus stop, tow. Overnight, in front of a hydrant, tow. But these little no standings, 2.5 hours, you know how long it takes for them to get the tow truck there? More than that. That tow truck's booked and busy. By the time I get there, you're bringing the boot? When? When are you bringing the boot? I'm out of here. Sam?
It's dangerous, but I get it. You know who Gianni Paulo is?
No, but yes, Josh, I play a dangerous game. I think it's like, it really just like revs my engine. There's something about being such a bad boy on the streets. Gets me juiced. Tell me, Giovanni, is that his name?
Gianni. He's on that show Power. Great guy.
Okay.
And him and his buddy who they're both actors on the show. They're great actors. They have their own pod. And I recently did his podcast and he should come on ours. But they're New York kids through and through. And they were saying how they basically, you can only have a car in New York if you're down to illegally park. And
facts.
You know, it's for 2-hour parking anywhere in the city, it's probably going to cost you $60 to $100. And so you do that enough times, you get a $300-$400 ticket, you know, whatever. It's like worth it.
Yeah.
You got to do a hydrant.
The tickets in the city, though, they're 65. I think the highest is 165. I've never gotten a ticket for more than 165.
In front of a hydrant. Rare.
In front of a hydrant. In front of a hydrant. Is 165. Wow.
Kind of worth it.
Why? Is it more in LA?
LA will get you, boy. LA will, they'll get you on a street clean. They can get you. They'll also, if you're in the wrong jurisdiction, heavy on the dick jurisdiction, don't come looking for me, guys. A front license plate just ain't it, dog. A front license plate ain't fucking cool, y'all.
That's what's nice. That's what's nice about Florida. You don't need it. It's just back. No front license plates. New York's front and back.
Sometimes you'll get the first ticket, which is like, right? And it's like $65 for parking. And then there'll be a cutesy little one behind it. And they'll be like, where's your front plate? 65. Ooh. So you'll get a double decker.
That's not nice. Like those are guys trying to hit quotas. In New York, in the city, I feel like we don't hit quotas. I think they're just like, there's so many violations everywhere. You don't need to hit a quota. So they ding you. Okay, they'll ding you. But I've never been double ticketed. That's terrible.
Well, did you know that Page Six is reporting why Sydney Sweeney's Devil Wears Prada 2 cameo was abruptly cut from final version of film? The team behind The Devil Wears Prada 2 reportedly made a creative decision to cut Sydney Sweeney's cameo from the final version of the film. An insider familiar with the Euphoria star's scrapped appearance opened up about the decision and what would have happened in her scene during a chat with Entertainment Weekly. They revealed that Sweeney was set to appear early in the David Franco-directed sequel when Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, and Stanley Tucci's characters go to the Dior headquarters. Upon arriving at the office, the trio would have reportedly found Blunt's character dressing Sweeney, who was one of Charlton's celebrity clients and played herself in the short scene. However, the source told Entertainment Weekly that Sweeney's roughly 3-minute scene felt out of place with the sequence they were going for.
Do we buy that?
I don't know. What could be another reason?
I think that Sydney Sweeney, through no fault of her own, I think she's awesome. I think she's somehow found herself in like weird political heat. Yeah. I think she's like people call her like the poster child for MAGA because she did the jeans ad. And they just like, yeah. So this feels lightly politically charged to me. I could be reading into it. But I don't think that you cut would you say Sydney Sweeney's the most famous actress in the world right now?
No.
Where would you put her? Would you say that she's the most famous, like maybe not actress? Is she one of the most famous people in the world?
Sure.
I just feel like Sydney Sweeney is like in a league of her own right now. She just is like, so recognizable, and you'd want that in your movie. It's like getting any A+ list. Like, I think she's more. Do you think she's more famous than Anne Hathaway today?
Maybe.
I just think it's weird to cut a scene then. Weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I auditioned for this movie summer of last year. Yeah, to play Anne Hathaway's new love interest, because they were like, we're not going to go with Adrienne Grenier again, but we'll go with an uglier version.
I thought that would have been amazing.
I'm younger than her. I actually had a good audition, but I was like, I don't think they're going to want to cast a younger, like that's part of the dynamic, right? Like if anything, they'll probably go with like a silver fox, which they did. And the guy looks great, the actor who got it. But it was like, it was interesting to see this whole thing come together. I mean, it's crazy that this was a movie I was auditioning for in the end of July, and it was filmed in August, September, October, and is already out 6 months later. Like clearly they were on a breakneck pace. Yeah.
Yeah. They rushed it out. That's like, and movies like that normally take significantly longer than that, right? Like usually, what's the normal lead time?
A full year.
A full year. Yeah, that makes sense.
But that was the interesting thing about Christopher Nolan, where when we were doing Oppenheimer, we filmed from March to June, let's say, or my part was from March to April, the end of April, but he went all the way to June, and his date was already locked in for July the following year. So like he has his post-production so dialed in, like he knows that from July to like November, he was going to have it completely done, like director's cuts done. Then they're just doing visual effects or anything, like obviously he doesn't use visual effects, but like visual finishing and audio finishing and all that. He knows that he's going to drop like a game changer preview trailer in the big Christmas movies. Right.
Yeah.
And then like his trajectory is just so clean, and the man doesn't miss.
Ugh. Imagine being that organized.
The goal.
Like the dream, I swear to God, my dream in life is to be that organized.
Maybe one day.
I think it's such a superpower that is so hard to teach. I don't know anybody that went from disorganized to organized. I just know people that have been organized.
Right.
It's so hard, but it really makes you. It's a superpower, Josh. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Nutrafol. Folks, you know that feeling when your hairline starts filling in? Or when you head out the door and realize you didn't even do the last mirror check to make sure everything's sitting right? Those small moments start to add up, and before you know it, you're just feeling like yourself again. Nutrafol supports hair health from within, helping you grow stronger, visibly thicker hair so those that feeling when moments happen more and more often. And on the flip side, folks, oh my God, those moments when you're looking and you're like, holy crap, the top of my head, it's no good. I forgot to take my Nutrafol for the last month. That's not a good feeling either. And folks, I'm happy to tell you that Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and is the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are peer-reviewed, NSF certified for sport, and clinically tested. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Nutrafol offers multiple formulas for men, women, tailored to different life stages like postpartum or menopause, and lifestyle factors such as plant-based diets, so you get support that's actually right for you. Order online, no prescription needed, automated deliveries, free shipping, they make it easy. So folks, let your hair become one less thing taking up space in your head and see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code GoodGuys10. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at ShipStation. Folks, when your company is growing fast, order fulfillment can make or break your success. ShipStation's intelligence-driven platform brings order management, rate shopping, inventory and returns, warehouse systems, and comprehensive analytics all in one place, saving customers 15 hours per week on fulfillment. With ShipStation, everything you need to manage getting orders to customers is in one place. Connect to over 200 sales channels. Instead of 5 to 7 disconnected tools, you've got just one. ShipStation compares rates across all major global carriers, USPS, UPS, and FedEx, including your own discounted rates if you have them, to find you the best shipping option on every order with discounts up to 90%. Have negotiated carrier rates? Bring them. Keep your discounts. Add ShipStation's automation and intelligence features. Folks, we use ShipStation at Sprit Society. Let me tell you, whether we're shipping direct to consumer, whether we're sending samples, I don't know, we're just sending product to everybody. Let me tell you, ShipStation is it. It keeps our costs down. We can add in those negotiated rates, which are huge, okay? Huge savings. If you don't have negotiated rates, what are you, nuts? You're paying them for no reason. Let me tell you, ShipStation is absolutely fantastic. You can set up time-saving automations, folks. ShipStation picks the best carrier, finds you the best rate, prints labels in bulk, sends tracking updates, and boom. That's it. Absolutely fantastic. And you should try ShipStation free for 60 days today with full access to all features. No credit card needed. Go to ShipStation.com and use code GoodGuys for 60 days for free. 60 days gives you plenty of time to see exactly how much time and money you're saving on every shipment. That's ShipStation.com, code GoodGuys. ShipStation.com, code GoodGuys. Did you see the Anne Hathaway clip that's trending on TikTok right now?
No.
Where she's like asked a question and before she answered, she goes, "Inshallah, it'll be okay." And all that I have to say is I didn't know she was Muslim.
Is she Muslim?
I don't know. I people in the comments are like, you can say Inshallah if you're not Muslim. I'm like, I don't know anybody that says Inshallah if you're not Muslim. It's like me saying BH, which I guess you could say BH if you're not Jewish. I was taken by it. I'm literally scrolling and I thought it was AI. She literally goes, "Inshallah, it'll be okay." I'm like, okay, Anne Hathaway, go off.
There's a couple great Arabic words I love. Yalla, which
Yalla.
obviously has
Yalla.
been yalla. Come on, let's go. Yalla.
Vámonos.
That's great. That's great. I like Pustema. Pustema is a dumb person.
Okay.
Pustema is a dumb person. I think it actually
Pustema.
I think it actually has like a female bend to it, but Pustema. Shukran is thank you.
Okay.
And
no, thank you.
oh, thank you. God bless. Do we have any more on mail?
Here's a hilarious one. It's just like so us that somebody would write this. Leaving negative reviews. I know you guys say only leave 5-star reviews on the podcast, but what is your opinion on leaving negative reviews otherwise? Is it bad karma or is it helpful? Honest reviews are so helpful when deciding to visit a new restaurant, hotel, etc., but I feel like an absolute jerk leaving a negative review even when it's deserved. For context, we had one bad vendor at our wedding recently, and because of how much it cost, I really wanted to leave them a 3-star review, but I feel rude. Is it bad energy or genuinely helpful for others? This is tough, Josh. It's tough because I would never leave a negative review, but I read reviews, specifically negative ones, on products to see if I should buy it, or on restaurants to see if I should go. So I really don't know. It's such a tough one. I think they're helpful. I think that it can't be subjective, though. It can't be, I didn't like the taste of the salmon. It can be my salmon was fishy. It can't be, you know what I mean? Like they would need to be very specific cleanliness when it relates to a hotel or a restaurant. Like bad service, that could be one server, right? Dirty is a different story. My room, like the blanket was stained. Talk to the front desk. That was like somebody missed something, right? But there's a bullet hole in my wall. You should probably tell somebody about that because clearly it's in the wrong part of town and tourists shouldn't be there. So I think it depends. If you spent a lot of money on a vendor for your wedding, I would first go to that vendor and say, look, we both know this didn't turn out the way that we intended. Do you mind giving me a bit of a refund? Like the service wasn't rendered. And then if you're really vengeful, you can write a negative review. I would probably just forget about it because you're, God willing, not going to get married again. And so what's done is done. But you won't recommend them to somebody if they ask you for a recommendation. But I don't know if you have to post it online.
Yeah, I think something has to be pretty egregious to for you to complain. But if it is, go for it. I live by this idea of, does it need to be said? Does it need to be said by me? And does it need to be said right now? And if it checks all 3 of those boxes, sing to your heart's content. Let it go. Yeah. If it doesn't, keep it in. I told you this once. I was this is crazy. I was at one of our favorite restaurants with my mom. This was like 10 or 15 years ago. And this guy dropped off a plate to my mom and I were eating. And he like literally tossed it. And my mom looked at him and she's not the one. And she's like, that's how you drop a plate? Like, I mean, it was as lacking any level of civility or courteous. And he just like scoffed at her like, and walked away. And I was like, get the manager over here right now. This guy, and it's an open kitchen format. She can imagine where we were. And I can see him in the kitchen talking shit about me and my mom. And the manager comes over and I literally was like, this is unacceptable. What just happened? It's him. And I see him looking at us and he's talking shit. And I go, you. And I stood up and went, you. And he was like, and like ran. And I've never felt so good about an interaction in my life.
Yeah, sometimes you need it. But see, you didn't go and write a review online. You had a bad experience. You dealt with it in person. Like, it happens. These things happen. I've told you this story about, again, a restaurant that we both love, a very popular steakhouse where the waitress, basically coerced us into ordering 3 times the food we needed. And I just said at the end, like, her job in this is to make sure that we're full and fed. I don't even care about the money. There were literally like 3 extra steaks.
Right.
And I could have written a negative review. I just said at the end, I'm like, look, there's a lot of food here. I'm happy to pay for it. That said, like if the waitress says that she's going to help you order, typically they help you order to the amount of people that you have, don't have you overorder. And if I'm saying we overordered, Josh, I'm the king of overordering. Okay? I'm the king.
Yes.
You got a what are you nuts?
My what are you nuts moment, our what are you nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and tall, whatever is sticking in your craw.
All right, Josh, my what are you nuts moment. Look, gas prices, I don't like to complain about them. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, except on 23rd Street and the FDR Drive. Do you know this BP that I'm talking about?
Well, you already answered the question. It's the first and the last one that you see before you leave the city.
This is a very, very, very old, famous BP. And let me tell you, they've been price gouging forever. Like, it's fine. I need gas. $5.95. Josh, today, $8. I didn't even know. I was filling up my tank. All of a sudden, I looked through it. I'm like, it's at $100 for 9 gallons. I pulled it out. $8 a gallon. What are you, nuts?
My what are you nuts moment of the week is if you're a parent and your child's in any version of Little League or any kind of child sport and you do anything other than, good job, guys. What are you, nuts? You are a loser with a capital L. You really need to get it together. They've really instituted a genius thing, and I wonder if they'll do this in New York or Florida, wherever the wonderful Ruby is, the great Bambino out there, the Rubino out there hitting home runs. They've instituted kid umpires, which is really cool because
that is.
They learn a skill. They really are into it. They're really good. Our kid umpire is really good. And also, you got to be one big asshole to yell at the kid umpire. We got parents yelling at the kid umpire. He's 10.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Going, what are you talking about? He was safe. I want to look at those parents and be like, let's go meet behind the snack bar so I can do jujitsu on you, Frank.
But was he safe?
No, the kid was totally off. The kid needs a vision test. Nevertheless.
This is a problem.
So true.
Oh my God. You know what else is a problem, Josh? Not giving this episode 5 stars. That's a problem. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube, but really watch us on Spotify. I'm quelling every time I see it. I open the app. I see us on Spotify. It's amazing. If you haven't checked us out there, you got to check us out there. It's fantastic, folks. Mondays and Thursdays, we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.